I watched a 9-year-old die. I watched her wither away on a hospital bed while her blood was trying to kill her. My my cousin died last year to leukemia. She was 11, 12 maybe. She died. I've seen some terrible shit. I've seen a kid who loved to run and move around and be in nature lose her ability to walk and, and direct herself around, lose the ability to be where she wanted to be, spend months and months on end having doctors inject poison into her so that she might have a better chance of living. And nobody caused this. Nobody did this. There might be environmental factors. There might be shit that happened in our area that might make our area more carcinogens. I mean, the kid across the street did the same exact kind of shit as she did. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much random chance. Nobody gave her cancer. There's no institutions that are designed entirely to do this to her. And when I look at the current administration, they're just doing that shit. They're just doing it. That kid Liam Ramos, they kidnapped him from his family, used him as bait to get the rest of his family out, shipped him halfway across the country to a freezing, inhumane concentration camp where he got sick and wouldn't eat because the food was so bad. Now, I've seen kids be so sick that they won't eat. I've seen a mother have to crush up a cup of Lay's potato chips because it's the only thing that kid will put in their mouth. That is not something that anyone should have to go through. There's a cruel God out there somewhere that's making people go through this shit, but there's another cruel individual making people go through this shit. There's many, many cruel individuals. Many people, individuals, people on Earth who are causing this shit to happen. Everywhere from the very top to the very bottom, they're all allowing it to go down. And times like these, I like to watch The Punisher. It's a good show. We need The Punisher badly. We need him. God is obviously so focused on making more cruelty and pain. Someone needs to fight back. Someone needs to do something. Now, I don't know if I can be that person. I don't know if I'm skilled like that, but someone out there needs to do something. There's a moral responsibility that we all share to stop what's going on right now. Germany had a resistance. They were a resistance of people who were fighting back militarily against the Nazis. And what are us Americans doing? We're standing there with signs. I mean, thank God we're starting to bring guns to protests, but we're not doing anything with them. We need the Punisher. When my cousin got sick, I kind of had a realization that life is about more than just trying to have a good life for yourself. It's about trying to make the world better for the people who come after you. That's the most important part of any of this. Is no matter how bad you might have had it, you don't give it as bad to somebody else. You don't make it as bad for somebody else. You make it a little bit better. No matter how bad that person might have it, try. And there's a lot of people who have it really bad right now. And I mean, I'm not happy, but I'm secure. I'm safe. sitting here under four walls and a roof, fed. There's people in this country who aren't, through no reasonable means of it being their fault. What was the worst thing they did? They jaywalked. They're existing on the wrong side of a line we drew a couple hundred years ago. We need to do something about this. And I might not be crazy enough, you might not be crazy enough, but there's motherfuckers out there who are crazy enough, and we need to encourage them to be that crazy. You can be that crazy. I know I'm talking to you. You can be that crazy. You can be the guy. Maybe he doesn't fix all this or makes it a little bit better. Just a little bit better. We need a Punisher, man. We need the Punisher. The rest of us, though, the people who know that they're not the Punisher, we need to be encouraging the Punisher. We need to be telling the Punisher that he's going to be remembered. That if the Punisher comes out and punishes, he'll be put in history books. You know, there's people out there who would do equivalently cruel things to this administration. People who are so incredibly mentally ill they would go into a school and fucking light up that place. But if you look into the research and the psychological profiles of people who do this kind of stuff, all they want is to be remembered. All they want is to, have the highest name, have a news story about them, have their life mean anything at all. Well, fuck you. Your life doesn't mean shit if you do something like that. But like I said before, if you become the Punisher and punish these motherfuckers, punish ICE, punish the administration, you will go down in history. You will go down as one of the greatest American heroes to ever live. You'll be a Ulysses S. Grant. You'll be a Nathan Hale. You'll be someone people rallied behind. If you just went out and started punishing. The Punisher is a series about how an evil military organization got so evil that they were willing to operate on a man's family. That's the whole premise of the show, is that Agent Orange and the members in that organization were so evil they were willing to do what they do to everybody else to women and children. What is ICE doing? What is the point of ICE? Is it not to find families? Is it not to find groups of innocents? Let's say that these parents deserve the fullest extent of the law for breaking whatever laws to walk into the country, right? Let's say that these people who are trying to make better lives for themselves really do deserve what's coming to them. Let's just assume that, just because fuck it, why not? Those kids didn't do shit. Those kids didn't do jack shit. Those kids followed their parents in a car. You've done that before. You did that when you were a kid. You've been that kid. There's no good excuse for what's going on. And I haven't even touched the Epstein files yet. I haven't even touched that shit yet. We need to be craving the hunting these motherfuckers. I'm honestly sick of even saying we just need a Punisher. We don't need a Punisher. We need organized militias, man. We need Endgame. We need sling wing portals. We need everybody coming in. Maybe the Punisher can lead the charge. I don't know. Maybe the Punisher will make us all realize we seriously fucking need a Punisher. We need more than a Punisher, but we need the Punisher. I'm not a fan of wanton or needless violence. I'm not a fan of innocent suffering. But what I am a fan of is doing whatever it takes to stop suffering. And sometimes I know there's a lot of people out there who will say, no, we need to fight this the civil way. Well, fucking Tim Kaine or what the fuck? Who ran with Kamala? Tim Walz. He's out there putting another fucking letter out. Oh, I hope this next guy I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. Who's earned that, Tim? Who? Who has earned that? It's beyond the point of civility. It was beyond the point of civility in 2020. Really. Biden should have been out there calling him a fucking retard. The floodgates were completely open by that point. But now, they're murdering innocent civilians on the streets. Alex Preddy, Renee Good. They tried to get Marimar Martinez. There's another guy. I can't remember his fucking name. I apologize for that. There becomes a point where shit has gone too far. Shit went too far 3 months ago. Shit went too far in January when Renee Good got shot. And we all saw that footage. And we all did nothing about it. We did nothing. Protests aren't enough, man. People with signs are not enough. Marches are not enough. Love cannot conquer hate. Only hate can do that. We have to hate these motherfuckers as much as they hate us. I really think about how I want to leave the world. I really think about what kind of condition I want to say that the people who lived after me living. It's completely incongruous to what's going on right now. If we seriously allow this to go to bed, if we allow the President of the United States to die of illness and before his third term, before he tries to run for a third term, this country will suffer a significant cultural damage. This country will suffer a cultural damage worse than the Civil War. When the Civil War ended, Abraham Lincoln tried his damnedest to make sure that the South got punished. They were told that the reason you are not allowed to reconstruct yourself is because you have tried to secede from the Union. That is one of the fundamental. That is one of the fundamental things that keeps this nation together. Like the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, things that this administration gives no shits about. The South was not going to be allowed to reconstruct itself. Then, of course, Abraham Lincoln gets shot. Andrew, what's his name? Johnson gets in. And, of course, he's a Southern boy himself. And he allows the South to regrow, and all of that Confederate energy stayed in the country. It lived on with us. When the Nazis ended, Europe, even though they might not have been successful, they seriously tried their damnedest to purge Nazism from Germany. They did their serious best. We need to do our serious best if we cannot purge this, to show the citizens of the future that this is not something that America will put up with. It is our imperative to say that something will be done about this. Something serious, action will be taken about this, not just signs and marches. We need more. We need more. We need the Punisher.